Hello everyone, welcome to this Feline Realms devlog. I'm happy to tell you I am done patching the game. It was a lot of work. Arjum helped me so much. Thank you very much Arjum for making this possible. Thanks to you, many cats will be happy. Speaking of cats, this is my new virtual buddy. He's gonna help me make this interesting. I just can't wait to play guitar with him, making faces. It's gonna be hilarious. Now let's show you some stuff. First, we now have the multiple save slot system in all of its glory. Everything works. The autosave is now separated because I hated the fact that autosave was overwriting the save slots. Now the save slot for the autosave is completely separated, so you will never overwrite your main games by stepping on a save game while you're fooling around. So I'm very happy to announce that it is fully integrated. A lot of stuff was done, but mostly it was patching the thing. So I fixed also the events. Every single dialogue event was made wrong in Feline Realms, and as I did the tutorial series, I learned how to do them properly. So now I put this vision so you see both scene manager and the actual game. We had a problem where the NPCs would repeat the dialogue box because the logic was wrong, but now the logic is perfect. The NPCs that talk when you get close to them, I call them reacting NPCs. I want them to react to seeing a cat, and then they will only speak if you speak to them. So when I go close to her, it's like, oh, where is this cat coming from? He's so handsome, but he doesn't have a cat color. Like that here, it means you don't have an owner. If you don't have a cat color, you can get grabbed by the cat police, who will put you in a cage. So it's not normal not to have a color. It means you're a stray cat here in Canada, at least. So she's like, oh, you look like a stray cat. Be careful, there's a car outside. And now she won't be repeating like a mad person non-stop. This bug is fixed. Now it's a regular NPC. She will repeat only if you talk to her. So this is amazing, and it was fixed for every NPC in game that had this broken problem. Now every NPC works as it should. There is no longer broken logic and stuff. Also, everything was patched properly, from items to the UI to the skills and everything. It was quote-unquote painful because I do not have experience patching massive projects. This was the first time that I patched something big, you know, because when I patched the tutorial game, it was such a small project. It was easy to patch, but now since this game is so further along than a tutorial kit, this was tough to patch. I learned a lot, but like I said, it would not be possible without Arjum's help. Amazing support from the developer. Thank you very much. I cannot praise him good enough. He very much helped me a lot. So now that's being said, I just want to show you some cool stuff that I did after patching. As I need to keep moving with the game, but I just wanted to show you a few things that I repaired. So I repaired the NPCs. We see the capybara, our good old capybara. I made him that we can give him items, obviously, but we can also go on another save game, put items on him, another save game, and you give him to your new save game. So this unlocks a new game plus mode, if you will, because let's say you kill the last boss of the game, the boss drops an item, you save your game, and then when you create a new game, you will have the item in the capybara bank. You just take the item, and then I can make an NPC appear or whatever. Oh, new game plus, I see you already beat the game once. Now let's turn it up a notch. Or do you want to play the bad guy? Or there's so many ways this can go around. I got a scope creep ID. I'm not gonna do it. It could be DLC, because I don't want scope creep, but I was like right at the start of the game. Now that I know how to do all the triggering, the events, the dialogue choices and all that, I was like, right off the bat we could be like, do you want to play as the good cats from Feline 4, or do you want to play as the bad cats from Feline 7? I think it would be so cool. and I already did some prep work. It's wow. I think I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to scope creep the game and make it come out later. So I'm gonna continue the normal game. Then I'm gonna like release on Steam or beta or free or whatever. What I'll do, and from there I will work that DLC, whatever, playing as the other factions, because I would just do it all and release the game as it is, but you know, indie developer, first game, scope creep, time is money. I do not want to make people waste years, and then by the time I release the game, AI will make a game without you even trying. So no, this is the time to make a game. I will release it, but I'm just saying that I will add the possibility to play as the evil cat, just I won't push the release date for that. So speaking of that, now we see that I still need to do some things to the capybara. While the capybara now transfer items from a save game to another, like in a MMORPG, where your main character is finished the game, you put your big weapon or whatever in the bank. Oh, let's start anew. I want to start level 1 with this gear. It's gonna be funny. Why not? This is a video game. You already beaten the game. I don't see the problem. So I enable this for everyone. Replayability just exploded. Just by all the possibilities that comes from switching items from a game to another. Yeah. What do you think about that, Virtual Cat? Yeah. He's so cool. I like it so much. So the reason I came here is just I wanted to show you something funny. I made this cat addicted to kibbles, and when you give him a kibbles, he's gonna flip, and you need to give him another one. Like, wow, kibbles! And now he's flip upside down. I'm all upside down now. You must feed me another to put me back to normal. You need to read in backward, guys. But then you bring him another kibble. Like, oh, much better, thank you. Can I have another one? You can. Don't waste your kibble. He's just gonna infinitely switch. For now, I did not program like a secret reward. He's just wasting your kibble. This cat is terrible. Don't give your kibble to this cat. Now I'm just gonna show you that I fixed the cars as well. When my son played the game, like Sheldon streams Feline Realms Part 1 or whatever, the car mini game, if you will, was very broken. The camera was not even following the player. So yeah, I fixed that. So I'm gonna show you that as well, and then I'm gonna update you on what's coming next and what to expect in the next video and stuff. So I'm just gonna go there because the car is on the other side of this guy actually. So if I want to show you guys, blast! Like way too strong to be here because I cheated by unlocking Robocop. You're not supposed to have Robocop right now. You're supposed to help the police station to get parts, to get a certain level, to be even able to beat the boss to get the part, then bring it back to the police station. Then the engineer lets you use the first bot that you help prepare. So yeah, so this is the car that I fixed. So I'm gonna tell my capybara to wait up because I don't want him to see all of this violence. So now you see the car is now properly attached to the camera. The camera is no longer... well, you see in the scene window it's not following, but that's not important because in the game window it's following. And then if I exit the car... I'm not sure why the camera on the screen's view is not following. But it's not much important. The important part is that now the camera follows the car. So now what I will do is make the car a lot faster, make it look better, put visual effect behind, just make it look like because now I'm just moving a sprite. I know this is ridiculous. But it's what's important is to fix the mechanical side first. So the car initially was broken. It was not properly. The script was not proper to function. But now this is all good. It's repaired. The car is repaired. It's just that I did not want to kill the boss, and I don't have to. This is not about me playing. So yes, this is about me showing you the glorious save system. I'm just gonna put it on the screen because it's so beautiful. Look at that. So yeah, I patched to 4.4 Feline Realms. Feline Realms was on 4.1. I basically was on the month of April build, which was a very old build. Not very old, but it was a build before I brought my huge to-do list of improvements to Artjom. He implemented every single one of them, except maybe item stacking, but let's be honest, he did so much. I'm sure he will come to item stacking one day if he wants to. Me, I fixed the issue on my side by making a capybara bank and by making items less dependable. I want people to use magic, because the thing is, the cats in my games are basically magic, you know, because they're it's their magic legacy. Their powers come from Bastet, let's say. Okay, I know this is nonsense. This is mythology, sci-fi, and nonsense mixed together. But at the end of the day, what's important is that it's funny, it's engaging, and that it's not offensive. I'm not offending ancient Egyptian pharaohs by making up stuff about their cat. And if I do, sorry Ramses, I think you have had a good enough life not for me to feel bad about speaking about your cat in a weird way. Nonsense. I'm saying nonsense. So I fixed Artjom patched the kit, and then we patched together Feline Realms, because I did require help when it comes to the UI. The UI is something that you learn from someone. You don't happen to, oh, I know UI stuff. No, even the concept of UI is something that was not even existing in my previous projects, because I was coding without an engine. So now there's an engine. The engine is like a super interface. It's amazing. However, if nobody tells you all the things you can do with it, you have to guess them one by one. So yeah. So now he helped me a lot to understand this whole UI thing, and how having a simple button that's misassigned can completely destroy the logic. And so we fixed all of that, and he was very graceful to help me understand, and now I have a much better understanding of Unity. One step at a time, guys. You know, I'm progressively getting better, and now that the game is patched and I went through it, I feel like I'm objectively more prepared to push the game to the next level. So, like I said, I started by fixing all the dialogue, because it was on my to-do list of problems of the kit of my game. And I fixed the car problem. Now I will make the car look better, maybe make the wheel spin, put fire tracks behind, make the stage more cool, make the enemies more reactive. Anyway, this is just a stupid scene. This is RPG. This is not about this is not a car game. It's just that I insisted on having one scene where the cat grabs a car, but it's a highway. This highway actually links two cities together. You can go on foot. You don't have to go. This is optional, but it's optional, because at the end you get the hydraulic pump. You can help the farmer with it, but this is not main quest stuff. This is optional. But I like optional stuff. I really like to get lost in worlds, and I feel like having a modern world with cars and roads, but not having a highway would be a missed opportunity, missed occasion, would be whatever. So I wanted to have it in the game, and I intend to finish fixing it and then expanding it, because right now it's only linking two cities. I want the highway to be accessible from more cities, and to have, we'll see. I'm gonna turn this phase of the game into a sort of mini game of its own. I'm gonna try to avoid procedural generation, because I dislike that in an RPG. You know, when you start a game, oh, let's go grind dungeons, oh, I can't wait to see what's been designed. Nothing has been designed, it's generated. I'm out. Like I will play like Minecraft dungeon or something with my son, because I'm with my son, and the whole point is that we do something together. But if I play by myself and the dungeon is generated, I'm sorry, I am not consuming an artistic vision. I am not elevating my spirit. I am looking at your mechanical device and being like, this is cool, but it's soulless. this is where I'm getting at. So I just wanted to put I put a lot of stuff in the game. Expect to be surprised. Like, yeah, the card or soccer. Maybe I'll put billiard. We'll see. I wanted to put arcade games because there's an arcade scene, and I'm like, sometimes I'm bored. Let's put some arcade game. I'm not gonna do shitty games like Pong or whatever. Maybe Mario clone. Let's say Mario clone because the whatever, we'll see. I will put me the game, but once again, scope creep alert. I am not gonna push. This is I always from the start. You can ask our jump. Well, don't. I'm sure he's too busy to answer that. But you can double check. I did right from the bat. Many months ago, I was already asking him how would I go about interacting with this television and playing an actual game on it inside the game. And I've done it on the side. I understand how it works. I still have a little issue to fix when switching outside of the kit and going back, because sometimes there is something strange that happens. I'm gonna have to sometimes it's easier to find an alternate solution than to really do mental gymnastics to try to make your bad solution work. So I have not spent that much time on this particular feature, but I have spent some time testing between engines, like switching from 2D RPG kit to Corgi. That was bad. Switching from 2D RPG kit to a Boletel. That was not much problem there. Switching to 2D RPG kit to a top-down engine and back. Surprisingly, there was not much problem there either. So now I'm thinking, this Mega Man game is the same kit, the same developer. Oh man, wouldn't it be nice to make the mini game inside Feline Realms actual Mega Man games? This is DLC for later, guys. For later. Okay, I'm gonna finish Feline Realms, and then I'm gonna have my hands full doing the whole not marketing, but there's a both front end, back end. When you create a program, release it, develop it, but then you need to support it. You need to feedback. Okay, let's patch this. Obviously, you want to patch everything, but since it's the first time in my life that I'm gonna sell, I put quote unquote because I'm gonna sell it very low price, because my point is for children to be happy. My point is not for rich countries only to be able to play. No, this is nonsense. What I want is more to make a name for myself, as in, look, I have a game, I put my soul into it, I did my best. Next game I'm gonna do even better. Are you guys with me for the next one? This one is you will see. I'm sure you see by now that I'm a crazy cat man. I'm like a crazy cat lady, but the masculine version. No, I only have one cat, honestly. I wish I had at least two, so they are buddies together, But yeah, whatever. Sometimes I have more than one, but right now I only have one, and it's okay. He's getting old. I saved his life more than once by giving him very expensive food, because the male cats, they tend to block in the urinary tract, especially if you feed them only dry food. So when your male cat, depends of the age of everything, but let's say your male cat is between 5 and 10, you should modify his diet to move away from exclusively dry food. This is for male cats. I'm no biologist. I just know that the freaking urinary tract of the cats that are male always mess up, and it's not funny. Since the cat cannot do anything about it, he's an animal. He's looking at us. He just says, "Alpha, please be nice to me. I'll be nice to you, Alpha." There's not much else going on in his head beside kibble, fish. Oh, there's a fly. So you're the one that's responsible for him. So you're the one that have to feed him in a way that he will not have a miserable, suffering ending like half the male cats around there. I know this is stupid. No, this is not stupid. I take this time to speak about cat health. Why not? If you're here, yeah, you like RPGs, but you must like cats too, right? So where's the problem? So yeah, So expanding on that, my mother worked not as a veterinary, but at a veterinary for maybe 2 decades. Maybe, okay? I'm probably rounding up a few years or rounding down, I'm not sure. But about 2 decades she worked there. So she learned so much because, you know, she spends all day talking with a vet in a small room, blah, 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 about cats for 20 years. And dogs. So basically, basically she's like this cat aficionado. And she also had, now I say had because now she had to let it go because she's now, oh my God, 74. Wow. That's crazy. I'm old, guys. I'm old. I'm 40. She's 74. Wow. Yeah. So whatever. My mother, big love for animals. Animals all my life. Cats all the time. Dogs never. Why? Because I never lived in a house where I could have dogs. There is no other reason than that. I don't dislike dogs. It's just that cats are convenient. Dogs are work because you need to deal with shut up, I got neighbors, shut up. Oh, you need to make him walk all the time, etc. It's not so bad, but think that I'm in Canada. It's minus 30 in the winter. Going outside 3-4 times a day is not something you want to do. So if you have a house, you open the fence, hey, go pee in the snow, and you look, oh, there's a yellow spot on the snow, it's disgusting, but at least my dog doesn't care. But if you live in a city, a suburban like I do, I'm close to Montreal. I'm not gonna name the city; it's pointless. There's a million cities with the same name, but I'm close to Montreal, suburban. You know, and you have to walk your dog in the street. It's like and the dog fight with other dogs. It's such a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm a cat person. I don't dislike dogs. What I'm thinking is when I'm gonna be older, when I'm gonna be a bit older, if I'm lucky enough to be able to afford a house, which I don't think is gonna happen, frankly. When I was young, we had hopes to buy a house in Canada. A house was maybe $100,000. $100,000 is a lot of money, but it was something like, oh, I'm gonna borrow for a bank for 25 years or something. But now, if you for $100,000 in Canada, there is nothing. You can get like a broken house that needs $200,000 in reparation, and that broken house will be for sale at something like $250,000. So like, okay, so if you don't have $500,000, you cannot even consider buying a house. So we're in a situation in Canada where we rely on ancestor heritage. So if you're born with a family that already have a house, you're gonna be fine because you will inherit that house. But if, like me, you're born in a ghetto, white ghetto, but it's still a ghetto. I say white ghetto because I'm suburban Montreal. In Montreal, it's more representative of Canada than the suburban city that I live, because suburban cities, they're more isolated. So it's not a bad or a good thing. I'm just saying that I was raised in the white ghetto of the suburbans. Okay, so a nice ghetto, not a bad ghetto, at least, but still a ghetto in the way that very poor, that you play with grass, literally, like the person would cut the grass, and then we look at the cut grass, it dries. Oh, now that the grass is dried, we can build a fort with it and play with whatever G.I. Joe we found on the side of the streets that are not even ours. You just don't have money and you play with nature because you have nothing else. So that was me when I was young. But so yes, I'd say ghetto, but a nice ghetto. There is no drug, no things like that. Sometimes you would see a drunk person, and it's like he would not even bother you. He's just going to buy more beer and then going back to his place. We're not violent. That's the thing. Why North America? Why USA is more of a problem is because in USA my country is guilty too. Damn, I hate weapons trade. I wish I could say Canada was not part of weapons trade. Damn it. Nah, I'm not proud to have politicians that engage in that. What can I do? I can do nothing. I can do nothing. I can only make games and try to make children happy. I cannot change the world. I cannot. So, yeah. let's put that aside before I start crying about poor male cats that got urinary tract blocking. But I'll finish with that. There is one kind of food that is extremely expensive. If your cat blocks, male cat, I mean, probably female cat can block too, but it happens like overwhelmingly to male cats that are around, let's say, 7 years old and up. They will block, and then it's up to you, the owner, to give him either the super expensive food like urinary urinary tract. So I'm not sure if it's just SO, whatever. This is like to save your cat when he's on death's door. Okay, don't let it get there. Go in between right now. As soon as your cat, it's like 5 years old or something, if you feed him only the cheap dry food, start switching to cheap, not dry food at least. So give him half the dry food and 1 can of like a whiskey. So I don't care. Just don't give him only dry food, okay? I'm not gonna make you appear money in your pocket to buy expensive food, but please, if you have a male cat that is aging, switch his diet. Give him food with gravy. You know, the can is like either it's like a pate. I don't know how to say that in English. But whatever, as long as it's not dry food. Food that comes in a can that and it's like, ugh, eat that, and the cat is super happy. Like, okay, fine. Give that to your male cat, please. But so let's resume this episode. First off, me and Arjum, I mentioned it because it's so nice to me. I would feel bad not to mention it, okay? So I mentioned it one last time. Me and Arjum patch Feline Realms to 4.4. Thank you very much, Arjum. Now that it's patched, we have multiple saves. I fixed all the dialogues that were badly triggered because now I have a better understanding. I fixed the script of the car that was not following the camera. Now I only have to make it cooler because now it's just like a placeholder mechanic. Now I'll make it cooler. I also start playing around, putting funny stuff like the flipping cat and whatever, just nonsense, okay? But all that is just because it was very stressful to finish patching, because near the end I was like, oh, let's start from scratch in another branch. You know, I was branching my project. This is where it's like, no, dude. I was starting to consider a third branch. It's like I went calling to our jump. I went calling, please, can you help me finish patching? And he did it, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I can go back to doing stuff that I'm qualified to do, because I was not qualified to do UI stuff. Now I'm getting there thanks to him. I'm still not a UI guy, but now I can do stuff that I know. I can continue this game, and it will be awesome, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. I know that not everyone must be pleased with the thought of, oh, you're gonna put heavy metal in your game, but don't worry, I will not put it everywhere. The game, as you heard when I was playing, is mostly techno, you know, like whatever. I create music with Fruity Loop or whatever, but I will have certain rooms where it's metal, or certain boss fights that are metal themed, but this is not cemented yet, and if I have time I will consider making the soundtrack optional. Think Tony Hawk Pro Skater. When you go in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, you have, it's like a real music CD. Let's say you have 15 tracks, and you can choose your own tracks. And you can do that in Mario Odyssey too, and a lot of games. You know, it's become something that's expected or so. So for now, I'm just gonna place the music, because when I compose the music, I know I look like I'm doing anything, but there is thought behind it. This is the way that I work. Like I said in a previous episode, when I create something, it's like sculpting. So first you have your raw material, which is a shape. It can be a circle, a square. It's not important. You have a shape, and you have an idea in your head, and you need to trim the shape, and then switch angles, and trim a bit, switch angles, and oh yeah, now I see it. And when you see your thing, then it's so much easier to make it perfect, because you have a multidimensional understanding, not only of the physicality, but of the time frame, the linearity. So a lot of things in games I create with a linear timing understanding. I know in a few months I will want to branch this area or this series that way, and I put I put crumbs and stuff for me to fall onto, and I put notes, and I got massive devlog documents. All that to say, I have a vision, and I will continue it, even though I know that I will not make money with this game, for the simple reason that I do not exist yet. If you see this video at all, it's probably because I gave some money to YouTube to even show it to you, because YouTube does not care about new channel. You basically need to get known through a streamer or through something like that. How do you want to get known through a streamer if you don't have a game? So yeah, so game devs, we are all stuck in a weird situation where we all start game dev channels, because otherwise you release your game and nobody buys it. This is such a weird situation, but it's the one that it's the same boat. Everyone is in the same boat, and I'm not here to change the boat. I'm just here to make this game the best that I can. And even though I will not make money, my goal, or what I'm thinking ahead is, I will have something, it will be there, it will be glorious. I will make everything that I can so it only has positive reviews. Really, really gonna try to make this a hidden gem and a fantastic game. Even if it's not known or whatever, one day it will be known, it will stand out like, oh my god. People, maybe they will come back and see those logs and see, oh, this guy is nuts. This is just a cat game. What is he doing? He's putting his freaking soul in there. Yes, I am. I'm tired of low quality content, procedurally generated and all that stuff. So I think there's a caveat to that, you know, because you put an artist with a vision, a philosopher, you put someone with actual brains, but to do a job is never done. Like, oh, make a video game. It's a challenge I gave to myself, you know, and so far I'm doing very good, thanks to Arjun and Daniel to have helped me where I had problems so far, and maybe you will need to help me one more time at some point, but I'm really trying my hardest to make this game special, so that no matter who plays this game will feel my humor, will feel my love. When I say my love, you will never, when you play the game, you will never be shamed in any way. I don't even mention any type of sexuality or race, or I just don't mention, nothing of that is important. This is a game about cats. This is about felines. This is Feline Realms. The color of the NPC in game, this is not, I don't even choose that. You know, you buy NPC packs. NPC packs, you got characters, and the characters, you got sprites, and this is what you got. This is what you got. You just use them all, you know. So basically, every sprite that are in these packs are characters in the game. I don't choose. The weird coincidence want them to have cat ears. That sure helped me. Like, oh, I look like I have to make a cat game because my NPC packs got cat ears. Or I think it's the other way around. I made the game about cats way before getting this character pack. But all I have to say that there's the variety of characters, everything exists there. Actually no, I don't think. I think there's only like brown and beige, so white and black basically. But whatever, this is not something that I care about. I don't think anyone cares about that. I certainly don't. I never think of someone by how his skin reacts to the local weather. I don't care about any of that. The only thing that I care about is that your cat is well treated and that your children are well treated. Literally anything else that you do, I don't care. Your cat is fed, your cat is not suffering, your children are fed, they're not abused. Bam, do what you want with your life. It's as simple as that. Be nice. So I hope that you like this devlog. I know I went out of my way to speak about a lot of stuff, but I think it's important that you get to know me on a more personal level, because what am I selling at the end of the day? I'm selling a vision, I'm selling a game, I'm selling a vision, a philosophy, I'm selling happiness. You know, how to get to happiness. There's a multiple ways to get to happiness, but it always starts with having food in your stomach, and your cat not suffering, and your children having food in their stomach. You know, after that it's playtime, and playtime, I take care of that with you people. So we'll see you in the next episode. In the next episode, I will actually Because right now I just done patching, so what I have to do right now is big amounts of work, but that are vertical. So I need, now that I fixed every dialogue, I need to finish wiring the quest system. So I already created a bunch of quests, but I have not finished wiring all of them. I only wired like up to chain quests of 3 or something, and then I had take a pause to do the tutorial series. And now I figured out how everything works, and now I will be able to easily, but it's gonna take some time, finish wiring every single quest. And the thing that I had not done yet, which is the multi-questing, the main quest logic gate, because that's basically it. Because doing side quests is a joke. You just do them, you put them all over the map. Main quest, this is where you need to use the multi-quest activator, which is a big list of how I'm gonna gate the progression of the game. I'm gonna put some holes for speedrunners. I say I always, but it's my first game. I'm just thinking in the future. I know that I will always do it, so I say I always, even though it's the first game. But okay, so let me rephrase that not to confuse anyone. I will put some. I want people to be rewarded for fooling around. I want you to try completely nut stuff, and if I thought about it, I want you to be rewarded for it. So whatever. I want this game to be fun, but you don't even have to move around, and you can just chill in the game. I'm gonna put mini games and stuff. Whatever. I got so much thing to say, guys. So yeah, back to what I was saying. Now I'm not gonna do mini games and stuff like that, because this is all scope creep and me being excited. This is just me wanting to pour more happiness in the game, but this is not the time to pour more happiness. Now what I need to do is to finish wiring. It's not a happy thing to wire, but now at least I'm well prepared. My document is all the quests are listed, the name of the NPC, the name of the item, and I'm very well prepared now to attack this. I do a lot of prep work, because once I start something, I will do it until it's done, and I will not sleep until it's done. It's just the way that I work. I do all the prep work possible to turn something that could be 3 days of hell into 12 hours of hell. So I do all the prep work possible, and then I will just wire 200 quests at a time, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I need to test everything. This is where it starts to be long. When the game was short, it was so easy to test. Now it's like, oh my god. But thank the Lord that there is now a multiple save system. Thank Arjum, I should say, because it's Arjum that programmed it. So now we have a multiple save system. So now I'm going to be able to test in a less painful way, because I'm going to be able to keep different saves, like a save in scenario 1, a save before and after a big event, a save near end game. I'm gonna be able to not having to start from scratch every single time. Oh, this was starting to be painful, because then you play your own game, but you play it so often that you start to be numb, like, oh, is this even fun anymore? Then I took a break. I did a 2D RPG kit, and then just looking back at my own game, I was on the beach, I think it's 2 days ago. I messaged Arjum. He must be like, what is wrong with this guy? I sell him a kit and he keeps talking to me. Just leave me alone. I was like, oh, this is so nice. I'm at the beach. There's crabs everywhere. There's a water splashing. I feel so happy that the kit is patched. Like, okay, thanks, dude. I must be annoying, but I just gives me a legit happiness. I want the world to give happiness. Just being in the city, just being in the game, I want it to give happiness. So it's how I do it. So yeah. So my next video will not be a devlog. It will be music, because now I got this cat. Is super cool. It was only $20. Well, it was free, but then they put a watermark on it. So yeah, that's fake free. So yeah, it was $20 for a year. A year is more than enough to finish Feline Realms. He's gonna be with us for a year, guys. Well, a year is more than enough, not only to finish Feline Realms, but to make the DLC, right? The multiple DLCs with play as the villain and whatnot. That the additional mini games and stuff. I got so much ideas, but I cannot scope creep like, oh, let's do a battle arena where the players they can export their no. Chill out. This is Steam. This is not the same era than when I was young. People no longer do import export, or like in Quest for Glory, finish the game, you export your save game into Quest for Glory 2, and then you can buy Quest for Glory 4. Your save is always broken and you need to start back from the tree. It's a complicated thing to program, so I'm not gonna go into that. I'm just gonna make the game, release it on Steam, very cheap. Then I will work, if people like the game, on all those great DLC IDs, and I hope that you do like them, because I really wish that this game could be even cooler, which it will be. So, next episode will be a music video. I already prepared four new songs. Not the songs, but the drum track. I program 4 different drum tracks. So, as usual, I'm gonna improvise a couple of times on each of the drum tracks. And then I'm gonna take the best of that and I'm gonna try to make it better. And then I'm gonna consider adding it to the game. Because now I'm building a track record. It's getting bigger and bigger. And but yeah, don't be scared. I like to overproduce. So then when you select, you have bigger choice, and this is how you end up having like, oh, this is actually interesting. There is difference in the songs, and like I was talking about linear progression. Like some of the songs, I want the name of the song to evoke what part of the game it will be, you know. So like you see that the song Animal Control is like metal. It's like this is panic mode. This is like literally Animal Control is there and you run for your life, you know. Other song is more like a cat strolling with an attitude. I'm gonna make more like a punky song. Or in the bar, I'm gonna make like more a bluesy cat, like, oh, this cat is depressed, like this cat is smoking. This cat is like, oh man, I've seen stuff in the alley. You weren't there, but I was there. It's so bad, there are kibbles everywhere. Not kibbles, but whatever traumatizes the cat. So so the music, I put emotions in them, otherwise it's not music, right? Because whatever, I don't want to get into what people call music nowadays, because I know it's all subjective. At the end of the day, it's not important. I'm not gonna start bashing people for listening to X or Y or Z pseudo performer, because performer is the name at the end of the day. This is not about music. These are about performance, and I got nothing about performance. This is why I'm just separating the subjects. Don't judge a performer by his musicality, because if he does both, that's where you have a genius. That's where it's like, oh, this is worth watching. He's not only good at music, but he puts his soul into it, he or she or whatever. It's not important. While if you listen to, I'm just gonna name one, it's not important, like Britney Spears or whatever, you're not hearing her soul, you're hearing the lyrics that her producer told her to sing in the 90s. You know, she's not speaking her mind in those songs. Hit me, baby, one more time. No. She's not talking about herself at all. And it must be why she was pushed into this personality crisis. And I remember she shaved her head and stuff. So yes, if you are an artist and you are prevented to express yourself, bad stuff happen. So anyway, thank you very much for taking time to listen to me. I speak a lot, I do know, but I think it's important that this is a devlog. If you're here, you want to hear who I am, what I have to say, where is the game going, is this something that interests you, is this something that you should speak about, is this something that, if not for me, you know, you need to make your mind, it's okay. This is why we push videos on YouTube. YouTube show product to people, and then you decide, do you like this product or not? If you don't, it's okay. Thank you very much. And if you do like it, please come back, because we will make this great. So we'll see you in a couple of days in a music video where me and Rockin' Cat right here are gonna play some music. It's gonna be great. It's making like faces. It's so nice. All right, see you guys.